Back in March when COVID came,
Good Morning Bouquetties was made.
March 15th, the first one played.
That's lots of days. Every day the show running.
I'd record with Mrs. Bear.
Summer ended, school began, then weekly shows we ran.
2020's finally gone,
And our podcast will go on.
so
we'd like to wish you all a good morning.
Unlike all the other days, we're really tired.
Yeah. It's past 9 o'clock on a Saturday for us. We're recording this at a time, and
Good.
9:57 because he's been working on the segment. He's been working on the segment for 50 hours. It's been ridiculous.
And good morning, Brochetties.
Yeah.
So, Mrs. Bear, this was a very eventful week. Do you know everything that happened?
Yeah, Jacob didn't have much school.
That is true. You know what else happened this week?
I took a nap.
You know what else happened? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. You were there. Mrs. Bear apparently has short-term memory.
Oh yeah. I remember.
What?
When I went to the bathroom, I did not have massive diarrhea that time.
Okay. Anyway, it was inauguration week, so we here at Good Morning Brochetties celebrating the every 4-year peaceful transfer of power are here to celebrate everything and anything inauguration.
Can you imagine a non-peaceful transfer of power, like a boxing tournament? 3, 2, 1, boom!
I think they talk more in terms of like coups instead of, boxing matches. But it would be interesting, Donald Trump versus Joe Biden in a boxing match. I think I'd actually pay to see that. That would be weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I quite want to see...
sumo wrestle them?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see Donald Trump with his shirt off, though. What do you think?
That would be crazy.
I actually think Donald Trump with his shirt off might look a little bit like Krusty the Clown, where it's just like orange here and then it's all pale from down. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway... So, now that we've gotten way off topic, we're celebrating the peaceful transfer of power. So, as you probably are aware, there were some security concerns going on in Washington, D.C. So, at Julie's advice, because Julie was all about this, I decided to go downtown on Sunday before the inauguration was at the 17th of January.
I don't know.
And I wanted to check out what the National Guard looked like and kind of just what Washington, D.C. looked down when it was completely locked up.
I'm checking if it was the 17th. Yeah, it was the 17th.
It was the 17th. So, and that's pretty impressive that you're checking that just by sitting there. It's
I have a mind of magnificence.
All right. So anyway, we thought we'd share some of those pictures with you. And we're not going to share a ton of them with you, but we'll show some of the some of the better ones. And I'll show you the 2 pictures when I got stopped by the cops.
And now he has 2 FBI cases opened up on him.
We're just thinking that. We don't know that for sure. So anyway.
He has at least 1.
So here's the slideshow. I'll narrate the slides as we go along, and hope you enjoy. So here we are when I got out of the car and I was facing the Capitol from East Capitol Street. Same picture, but with the police officer. That was really nice to me and allowed me to take a picture. There, the National Guard, you could see I could only get within about a block of where they were actually stationed. And there's a wider shot of that with the police officer in the foreground. Here are the National Guard's people walking by. They were just getting onto their shift here. And there's a picture of them as Jacob laughs in the background of them walking in. Why he included that picture, I don't know. There's the Capitol Police surrounding the Supreme Court on the backside. And there's a picture of the Capitol with the fencing that they erected in front of it. There's a wider shot. You can see the National Guard troops in front with the Capitol Dome in the background. There's a zoom in through the fencing where you could actually see that. Here are some random guys putting up fencing around, I don't know what, but I think it was around one of the congressional buildings. And this is the picture I got in trouble for first. That guy on the right came and talked to me. There's another random checkpoint throughout D.C., right around the Capitol area. And there's one of the entrances. This was to the south of the Capitol, and there's a wider shot of that. You can see all the National Guard troops and everything. There's one of the military armored cars that was barricading the streets so no one could drive down them. And I like this shot. It's the Capitol through the fencing. It's just goes to show what it was like. There again is the fencing with the Capitol in the background. You can see the flags. And this was the second shot that got me in trouble. I still like it. You can see the flags with the National Guard in the front. The police came and asked me what was going on. This guy was sleeping in his car, which I found kind of funny. And then I drove over to the Htgghvhgvhgvh Memorial, walked across the bridge, which you can see here, and you can see some of the fencing that was erected around around the Lincoln Memorial. Here's the entrance off the Teddy Roosevelt Bridge to Independence Avenue, and you can see the armored cars there. That was the fencing you looked at earlier around the Lincoln Memorial. Usually that street is covered with cars. There's the Lincoln Memorial with the fencing in front of it. And there's the National Guard stationed in front of, or I should say in back of the Lincoln Memorial. And this is a shot you never get. This is on the Memorial Bridge, which was shut down. So there are no cars. So you're able to actually take shots towards Arlington Cemetery and from the same exact spot looking towards the Lincoln Memorial. And here's a little bit of a nice view from Arlington Cemetery. This is from the Lee House up top. And one of my favorite shots from the Netherlands Carillon, which is of Washington, D.C. with the monuments lined up, and Jacob's favorite shot of a random bench. And that was my trip to D.C.
All right, so...
Yay! We're back on that segment. I'm the last one. Mrs. Bear Churches.
So I went down there about 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, so there weren't that many people
and this is a G-rated show, everybody.
Yeah, but there weren't that many people down there. Thanks for that, Mrs. Bear.
They said it in the beginning, right before the intro.
Yeah, completely off topic though, Mrs. Bear. So anyway, I went down there about 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and really nobody was down there. There were a few people walking around, but it was a little surreal seeing all the people with the guns just kind of staring at me.
That's creepy.
So anyway, why were they all there? It was for the inauguration on Wednesday, and we sent our own Mrs. Bear.
Our Mrs. Bear? You calling me by a Mrs. Bear?
Yeah, we sent our own Mrs. Bear to the inauguration to cover it. I don't know how she got in with her husband breaking in a couple weeks ago, but we managed. So anyway, let's take a look. We're going to watch the video first. It's a couple minutes long of Joe Biden getting sworn in. And after that, we'll talk a little bit about the news that Mrs. Bear made while at that inauguration. So let's watch the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the oath of office, followed by musical honors.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
Office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Hey, Mrs. Bear, you got a really good seat there. That was pretty cool.
I know. I even disappeared when they started kissing. I couldn't see that.
I know.
It was going to be even more stuff. It was going to be a rated O show.
Yeah.
But Jacob is amazing, and he turned it into a rated G show.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I said in the beginning, right before the intro, I said,
we remember,
rated
Mrs.
G.
Bear. Yeah, we remember.
You remember what?
That you just mentioned that in the last segment. Forget it, Mrs. Bear. Anyway, so Mrs. Bear made quite the headlines when she was at the inauguration. In case
I ran into a cupcake and then a Christmas tree.
Yeah, at first she was being led to her seat by a Marine, and here's a picture on screen that you can see right now. She's being led to her seat in just what can be described as a very poofy dress.
Yeah, I ran into a cupcake, and then a dove fell on me off it was an ornament on a Christmas tree, and it just fell on me.
But the problem was her dress was too poofy and too wide in order to fit in her seat, so she had to go change. So she decided, you know what, I was really elegant and all fancy the first time, and then she decided, well, I'm just going to go casual this next time. So this is how she dressed, and here's a picture of her just sitting there by herself. Right?
Ooh, I look good with those mittens.
Yeah, those mittens, though, really got a lot of attention. Here's a picture of Mrs. Bear taking a picture during the inauguration.
Right? Yeah, that was a good picture.
Yeah, and those mittens created quite the stir. I'm sure you've probably heard about it already if you watch any of the other morning shows. And if you are watching some of the other morning shows,
shame on you.
Yeah, what is your problem?
Yeah, shame on you.
You should be watching this show and this show only, because this gives you all of the news. All right. Let me reach down here for 1 second.
What are you doing?
There's something weird down here, Mrs. Bear. It's like it's.
Is it a bug?
No, it's just I don't know.
Butterfly?
No, it's very strange. I can't really say what it is, but
What?
Oh,
whoa!
You don't have to yell in my ear, Mrs.
Hello!
I'm a little concerned. We've got, like, after your husband breaking into the Capitol a couple weeks ago, I'm a little concerned seeing ammunition lying around here. But
what? You mean ammunition? Oh, you have not seen no ammunition. What's it called?
Are you saying ammunition?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Look, Mr. Bill right now is sitting on a giant box of ammunition.
Yeah, Mr. Bear.
There's him, Jacob's grabbing all the ammunition, and he's giving it to you.
Yeah, Mr. Bear doesn't have a court date yet, but we need to keep him all away from this stuff. So, Mr. Bear, I'm going to send you over here. Bam. All right, we need to get all this. Yeah, we need to get all this out of here. So, anyway, so we covered we covered the pictures that I took a few days before the inauguration. We showed the picture, or I'm sorry, the video of Joe Biden getting sworn in with Mrs. Bear's great seat.
Yeah, I got a great one.
We showed the fashion statements that Mrs. Bear made afterwards, which big surprise.
And guess what? We had an interview last week with somebody, and this one's even more special.
Yeah, if you remember, what was it? I think 2 episodes ago.
I think
Mrs. Bear, jeez.
Guys.
If you remember a couple weeks ago, man, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I'm just going to do the news like this. If you remember a couple weeks ago, we found out that Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, is a big fan of the show. We didn't know that, but he's a big fan of the show.
Yeah, we knew Kim Jong-un was, but not Donald
we didn't
Trump.
know that. But anyway.
Yeah. I think Mr. Bear needs to be on screen for this. He's gonna want to be on it.
Mr. Bear does not need to be on screen. We're keeping him off screen, Mrs. Bear.
I think he wants to be in the segment.
No, yeah.
He is a big politics fan.
Jeez. Okay.
Mr. Bear says, "I love politics."
Right here. All right. So anyway, we managed in one of his first post-presidency interviews, we managed to actually get an interview. And he's live right now. So
yeah, he's right there. Are you on the air?
Yeah. So
he's not.
No, yeah, he's not on yet. But we're getting him hooked up right now. But we're gonna have a live interview with the former president of the United States, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And my voice keeps on cracking.
Yeah, Mrs. Bear, this is problematic.
You keep on looking at my butt. Yeah. Stop looking at my butt. Hey, my butt apparently. Keep on looking at my butt and it keeps on fixing itself.
Yeah, it's very strange. Anyway, Mr. President, are you there first of all? And do you watch Good Morning Brochetti's?
I watch Good Morning Brochetti's all the time. I stay awake until midnight so that I can be the first one to watch it. It's quite simply the greatest show on YouTube today.
Wow, that's...
Well, his voice kind of sounds weird, but who cares?
That's okay. That's high praise, and we appreciate you saying that. You say you stay up to watch until midnight when it premieres. What exactly do you do during that time when you're waiting for the clock to strike 12?
Well, I used to sit around and do president stuff, but now I watch reruns of speeches from my favorite president of all time. That's me.
Yeah, well, that's that makes sense. Hey, have you by chance spread the word? Have you gotten anyone else
In the White House?
anyone else at all, anywhere, White House or anything to watch Good Morning Burkettis?
My voice again! Donald Trump, hold on!
That's
my
okay.
voice!
Yeah, Don, just hang tight. I gotta play with Mrs. Bear's butt again.
That sounds very real.
All right, I think
Play
we're
with
back.
my butt.
Yeah, I think we're back. So, yeah. So, have you gotten anyone else, like in the White House or anyone like that, to watch Good Morning Burkettis?
I actually got Melania to watch it, but Mike Pence is still holding out. She won't admit it, but I got Nancy Pelosi to start watching it as well. We had a date every Sunday morning to watch it together. You know, Good Morning, bro. Keddies is one of the few things that I have run across that has true bipartisan support.
You know, and that doesn't surprise me that Good Morning Burkettis has that
Yeah.
bipartisan support. Because you know we don't play favorites here. We've treated you fairly when you've been on. When you're on now, we would love to have the current administration on as well. But hey, have you reached out to any other world leaders? So we'd love to go international. Have you reached out to any other world leaders and talk to them about the show?
I have many of them watch the show. The one exception is Kim Jong-un. He tells me that Good Morning, bro, Keddies does it there in North Korea, but I don't really trust Rocket Man much, so who knows if that's true.
Yeah, well, you know, and I'm here to actually verify for you that is true.
Yeah.
We don't.
My voice again!
Jeez, Mrs. Bear, this is really annoying.
I think Donald Trump likes me best.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, we don't air in North Korea or Syria or Iran or somewhere else. I don't remember where.
It's Quebec, Iran.
Not Quebec. We air in Canada. We're all good there.
Wait, no, it's Cuba.
Cuba, there we go. Yeah, Cuba, Canada, same thing. One's up there, one's down there. It's they both start with C's. Anyway.
Cube and Cube.
Yeah, anyway, Mrs. Bear, you're still sounding a little weird, even though
Yeah,
there we
whoops,
go.
Daisy.
Yeah, so anyway,
Play with my butt.
well, and we're glad to hear that other people in other countries are watching the show. That makes us really happy.
And that you called Kim Jong-un Rocket Man.
Yeah, well, we do enjoy the nicknames, and yeah, we do enjoy the
Yeah.
nicknames. So, anyway, man, I forget what my next question was. Do you remember? Do you have a question for him, Mrs. Bear?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me think these my brain cells. Entertain the audience while I think. Whoa, that was amazing.
Yeah, hey, your voice is messed up again.
Stop looking at my butt.
All right, what's the next question, Mrs. Bear?
Okay, so my question is, well, I think that's all the time we got with Donald Trump, but Donald Trump, have you? That's it. That's all we got for here. But it's been an honor having you.
It's my pleasure. Good morning, bro. Keddies is the leading voice in making mornings great again. And with that, I just have one more thing to say.
Oh, Mr. President, what is that?
And that is...
Good morning, bro, Keddies.
All right.
Good morning, Buckheadies. My butt! Play with it!
Oh, well, there you have it, folks. We have former President of the United States, Donald Trump, in one of his first post-presidency interviews. We hope you enjoyed that segment. Now,
my voice.
yeah, now moving on. What else did we miss? The Bear? Oh no, that's not all we have.
That's not all we have!
We have another very special Drawing with Jeff segment.
Jacob does not like it.
Jacob does not like it. But check it out. We've gone from cartoons to actual pictures of people. And we're going to watch the Drawing of Jacob. Let's see if I can actually get it to stand up. There we go. So we're going to have the Drawing of Jacob now. And let's take a look at how that all came together. Coming up next here on Good Morning Burkettis.
Yep. Yeah,
Thinking you
that
were-
was good playing.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun. And you know what, Mrs. Bear? I think with your voice troubles, I think we need to call it a day. What do you think?
We do?
Yeah.
My voice, I'll be better next week. And guess what, everybody? Next week, I'll be sitting next to a fully vaccinated guy. Or he'll probably be sick in bed.
I'm getting my second shot on Friday. So with that, folks, we will see you next week. But hey, we have one more thing to say. What is it?
And that is Play With My Butt Post.
There it is. And
that is Good Morning Bochettis. The
Bochettis.
Play With My Butt's probably not G-rated, but Good Morning Bochettis.
Yep.
Good morning, Bochettis. Good morning. Good morning, Bochettis.